All right, you guys, I didn't want to have to make this video, but now I'm making it. So yesterday, I'm sitting at my homie's house, and I'm kind of like on a hill a little bit, and my car's running, and I'm just sitting there talking to him, and all of a sudden, I looked at my engine temp, and it was like, man, a few notches from overheating, and I'm like, what the fuck? Mind you, I just changed my oil. I just put a new water pump in this car, the third water pump. Okay? Mopar, now I'm on your ass, man. Now I'm gonna tell it, man. You guys fucked up, man. I already sued Dodge, you guys. I already sued FCA for $12,000 for them fucking up my motor and having to replace the motor at 47,000 miles, a brand new long block 5.7 from FCA manufacturer was installed in this vehicle by Dodge of Burnsville, who originally destroyed the motor, in my opinion. I'm not going to go into all the details of it because it's a long story of how they actually destroyed the motor. What I'm going to get into, you guys, is how these $20 parts, these $100 parts will cause your engine to blow. You will blow your engine in this car off of one of their shitty ass, defective ass parts that they put in here. So the first two Mopar water pumps were installed under warranty by the dealership. Once I sued Mopar, they settled out for $12,000, and they settled out for 12 bands, and now the vehicle is never their responsibility again unless it's a recall issue, which there actually is a recall issue right now. My check engine light is on, but it's just it's like the emission sensor. They just sent some shit out. Mopar has some issues, you guys. Now, the Hemi's a great motor. It's not the Hemi that the issue is with. The issue is with their rinky-dinky parts, like shit as simple as a water pump, shit as simple as a thermostat. Okay? So there's been 3 water pumps and 4 thermostats in this car. Even since the engine's been replaced, I just had to change the thermostat yesterday because my temp jumped up, but first my heat didn't come on. So I'm like, what the fuck? And this was earlier in the day. My heat didn't come on, and I'm like, that's weird, because I pay close attention to how my car is running. It's like my heartbeat. I'm listening. I'm paying attention to everything. So I knew something was wrong, and I'm like, what the fuck? So later in the day is when the engine started to overheat. So what I knew is that the thermostat was sticking. Something was going on. I knew I just did the water pump like 15,000 miles ago and the thermostat. And it was the thermostat again, you guys. It was a $20 part. But don't put shit like that off, because you'll blow your whole fucking motor, you guys, over a fucking $20 part, man. So I took the shaker apart, just like the oil change, took the top apart, got to the, it was a quick little thing. I wasn't going to show you guys how to put a thermostat in. It's pretty basic. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, my motor could have blown over that shit, you guys. A brand new motor that's only got like, shit, my motor only has like 42,000 miles on it at this point. And I've always put the same exact oil in it. I've always used the same exact oil filter. And I don't deviate from shit, you guys. I should never have engine problems. The original motor problems were intentionally caused by Dodge of Burnsville, the service department. Don't ever fuck with Dodge of Burnsville in any way, shape, or form, you guys, just because of their service department. Now, everybody else was good. Even at the end of the day, the owner had to step up. He heard the lifters like making noise. He was like, I don't give a fuck how fast that car's ever been driven. It should never sound like that. Like, this is bullshit. And this was after like a year of me bringing the car there, trying to tell them the sound that it's making. It just never would really make it in front of the right people at the right time. Okay? I did oil consumption test. It showed that it was burning 2 quarts of oil every 3,000 miles. All that shit that they make you do, I did twice. The first time, they're like, yeah, we're just going to rebuild the motor. And I'm like, nah, fuck that, dog. I want a new car or a new motor. That's what, man, hell no. I had car problems within like the first, like, fuck it, the water pump went out the next day after buying the car. I shit you not, the water pump went out the next day. But I knew that that's just a water pump. That's a separate part. That's an isolated thing. We'll let that go. 16,000 miles, the water pump went out. I got the car at 16,000 miles. 16,000 miles, the water pump went out the next day. I brought it back to them. They fixed it. I ain't really tripped. But when they put the wrong oil in it, it had a V6 oil filter on it. And they were putting OW40 in my stage 1 5.7. Okay? Stage 1 scat pack, 5.7, 345 motor, takes 5W20 Pennzoil. They were putting OW40 in it, thinking that it was a 392. They didn't really know what kind of car they sold me, honestly. And I didn't know at the time either. I wasn't familiar with all the different variables that come with these cars. RT, shaker, plus, this, that, fucking the other. Okay, fucking TA, fucking SRT, fucking Demon, Hellcat, fucking Scat Pack, fucking Daytona. Do you understand now? There's a lot of different variables with these vehicles, okay? So, they end up, when the lifters go out on the motor, I flip out on them like, hell no. New motor, no nothing, no new motor, or I'm out this deal, and I'm in another car. So I pushed a hard line on them. What that made them do is do some, in my opinion, fraudulent shit that was illegal as fuck behind my back that I would have never agreed to. Which was, I brought my car in there for one of the oil consumption tests, and he said, oh yeah, or for something. Now I think it was before the oil consumption test, and he said, yeah, he said that, I'm tripping, these like turkeys around here flying around and shit. I don't know where these motherfuckers come from, but I don't know. I guess it's kind of, at one point before they built a bunch of shit here, it was kind of like a natural area until they tore everything up. But off the subject, you guys. So, back to the lawsuit situation. I almost just, man, y'all almost just lost me there, man. I almost just totally forgot the whole subject. The lawsuit, you guys. So the motherfucker, I check my oil before I bring it in there. I bring it in there, and he tells me, yeah, your oil was 2 quarts low. We added 2 quarts for you. And I'm like, what? Like, I just checked my shit like 2 days earlier. And I'm already knowing what he's up to, kinda. But I'm just like, this dude's tripping. So I pull off from the dealership, start driving for a while. I go and check my oil. Man, it's way over on the dipstick. And I'm like, oh, you motherfuckers. All right, I know what he's doing. He wanted to blow all the plugs and the seals in the motor so he could get it warrantied out because it wasn't damaged enough for them to replace the motor. And I said, new motor or nothing. So I put them in a fucked up situation. So this dumb motherfucker fucked the motor up all the way. Then they're like, oh, we're just going to pay to rebuild it. It's not damaged enough. So then these fools rebuild it. I get it back. It's all fucked up really still. And the lifters go out again. The lifters go out again. And the whole time I'm just tripping on them. Just showing up. Tripping on them. Like they're going to... I'm surprised they didn't call the cops on multiple occasions, man. Just from the shit I was saying to them. Was definitely borderline criminal. But it wasn't all the way. Okay? So... I wasn't playing games with them. I wasn't going to be that customer that didn't get done right. I had the powertrain warranty. It shouldn't have been no discussions. They were getting paid by FCA manufacturer for all this work they were billing them for that they claimed was what needed to be done, when really the motor just needed to be replaced, man. From the time that the OW40 ran through the motor for over 10,000 miles, it was a wrap, you guys. So the motor, at one point, when I fought super hard and just wouldn't let it go, they end up replacing the motor brand fucking new. Aside from the pulleys and the shake and all that shit, the block, which is like the lifters that had all that shit, okay? But all the exterior stuff is still from the old one. So the water pump they put back on was not a brand new water pump. At the time, it was a water pump that they had replaced already, okay? So they put the old water pump on that they had already warrantied out. Not the one they threw out, obviously, but the one that was on the motor when it went out was still put back on the new block. All that stuff was put back on the new block, okay? So from that time, everything's been fine. Now, except for I've had to replace the water pump. 2 more times. One got warrantied, and then the last one, I just went and got the AutoZone one. I couldn't find a good performance one. They don't make, like, they were, I guess, I don't know if it's because the 3rd generation Hemi is kind of a new motor. They're not really making a lot of aftermarket shit for it yet, you guys. So I couldn't find a good water pump from like Summit or no shit like that, believe it or not. If you guys know where to get one, let me know. So I went with the AutoZone one because I'm not putting another Mopar. You guys, if a Mopar part goes out, don't replace it with a Mopar part. Their shit is fucked up, you guys. I'm telling you. Their little rinky-dink parts, like, man, they're fucked up, you guys. My door went out. The motor in my door went out. I just had to replace the thermostat. The motor almost blew over that. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? This small... If you're not a mechanic, don't get one of these cars. If you can't get under there and wrench on shit and figure things out immediately, don't fucking get it. None of these high horsepower Hemis. Don't do it. You'll fucking blow the motor. You'll blow the motor. And it's nothing... It's not any negligence of your own. They just have faulty-ass parts. And when they go out, the way you learn that they went out is when the motor fucks up. Or when it's right on the verge of fucking up, you guys. So, like, if I'd have been out the car and been somewhere for like 5 or 10 minutes and had the car running, the motor would have overheated, it probably would have warped the block, and the motor would have been done. Just like that, you guys. Over a $20 fucking part. Right now, I have to bring it in there because there's a factory recall on this fucking sensor. My check engine light's on. You know what I'm saying? So, Mopar, you guys suck dick, man. You know what I'm saying? Real talk, man. Like, Dodge of Burnsville, their service department, man, you motherfuckers should be indicted, man. I'm sorry, but you guys do so much fool shit there. Like, man. And they'd have left me hanging, y'all, if I didn't fight for that shit. I'd have just had a fucked up motor in my car. Under warranty. Left hanging. Because they just thought I was some dumbass nigga who just didn't know about cars. You know, like, little do you motherfuckers know, like, my dad had a body shop. Like, I've been around hot rods and all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Chris Crafts. Boats, you know what I'm saying, all type of shit, you know what I'm saying, wave runners, jet skis and shit, you guys. So I know about a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying. So you're not just finna get over on me on some mechanical shit, you know, or really any construction type shit, you know what I'm saying. Like, I'm not just a street motherfucker no more, you guys. I evolved into some other shit. That's what you have to do. You have to evolve. You can't just be one thing and stay it the whole time. As far as, like, man, you got to be like the jack of all trades type shit. You can't just think that you can just have one certain skill set and it's going to get you through life, man. Nah, you got to learn a lot of shit out here to keep up with current shit and stay relevant, y'all. So I'm out of here on that one. But yeah, FCA, I had to sue them bitches. David Fossey, St. Louis Park, Minnesota, was a lawyer. I went and talked to him. He said, don't bring it back to him. What? You brought it to him how many times? Oh, what? Like, don't give him another chance. I got this one. Boom. Even after they replaced the motor, I still sued him for $12K. It ain't no mercy with this shit. You fucked around, wasted so much of my time. I lost so many nights. I couldn't sleep over this motherfucking car right here, you guys. Like, nah, man. I took their head, man, and rolled that shit down the street. You know what I'm saying? But it should have been Dodge or Burnsville should have been the ones paying. But the way that the law goes is it was FCA. But FCA the whole time did the right thing. FCA is a good company. It's Dodge of Burnsville that was garbage. Now, yes, FCA does have some defective shit. Now, the hood scoop on the Demon is coming back defective where it's so wide that I think it's like flapping a little and it's causing the paint to chip on each side. So now they got a class action lawsuit on all the Demon hoods. So just know, you guys, go to these lawyers, man. Call these lawyers and find out your rights before you just assume anything or just assume that you don't, that you're not entitled to some shit. Like, man, call these lawyers and find out what your rights are, because I didn't know. I had 12 bands coming, y'all. I'm out. If you got some questions, ask me in the comments. If you got a car like this and you're having problems, I'm going to tell you exactly how to go about it, y'all. 100.